Globalization is when businesses in different countries open up their borders to influence benefits through social, economic, environmental, and political impact. Today, I will be talking about how immigration has created both positive and negative effects in the world. Immigration is a process when people from different countries come in through a country's borders for benefits such as jobs and labor. Immigration has impacted our global economy in a good way, where countries create jobs for unemployed people to be hired and earn a wage. For example, the US has factories in not developed countries such as India and has people in those poor countries to work there. This is positive because they can pay the unemployed so they can support their families with their needs. This can also be a bad thing because it is possible that the US or any other country are exploiting them. In other words, the US are maybe not paying them enough for the hard labor they do. According to Ha Jun Chang, people who live in poor countries have to be entrepreneurial just to survive. In other words, people in developing countries need to work or do whatever they can just to have food on their table and clean water to drink. Human rights are said to be universal rights that every person is entitled to, regardless of his/her gender, religion, or culture. These are norms that depict certain standards of human behavior and are protected by law. For example, in the United States, the First Amendment is freedom of speech. Anyone from any country, religion, belief, or culture has the rights of speech. On the other hand, some people can still be discriminated. Discrimination is when actions or speech has been used to differentiate groups of people. An example of this is how Donald Trump discriminates Mexicans. Donald Trump realized the fact of increased unauthorized immigrants, in other words, has seen an increase of illegal immigrants who moved in with a fake visa or passport. Most of these were Mexicans. An action Donald Trump took was to barricade the border of the US and Mexico. And ever since 2018, October 12, the number of illegal immigrants decreased by almost 57%. Although this is a good act to America and protects them, it sucks for the poor families in Mexico who want to live a better life in the US. Immigration strongly impacts refugees since it allows them to cross the border of another country for a better lifestyle and to get away from all the trouble that is in their country. Third world countries such as Syria are forced to leave their country because there's a civil war going on with ISIS. Turkey took in roughly 800,000 to 1 million Syrian refugees. This is really good and helps benefit the Syrians who seek for better lives. However, this specific problem has ups and downs. Although Turkey took in 800,000 to 1 million Syrians, that is not enough. There are still way more Syrians. And countries such as Germany, Hungary, and Britain don't want to take in any more because of the crazy numbers of Syrians there are in their country. This is negative. This is a negative impact in society because first of all, the world population would decrease. Second, families will be forced to live in country where there is war. Luckily, countries in Asia such as Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and Qatar, all of the Middle Eastern countries, took in the rest of the Syrians. Immigration is so important because it benefits the world's economy and how we live in it. Immigration has benefited poor families by hiring workers to work in their country's companies. Human rights and how every human, no matter what religion or country they are from, and how refugees have immigrated to different countries and live the lifestyle they want to. Although there are issues with immigration, such as Donald Trump's barricade between Mexico and the US, I am still optimistic about how immigration improves globalization in general because it has allowed people to step out of their comfort zone and live anywhere else in the world.